What if I told you that every rejection you faced was not a sign of failure, but a redirection? What if I told you that the doors that slammed in your face were never meant to open? Not because you were unworthy, but because they were too small for the life you are destined to carry. You might argue, no, rejection has broken me. It has humiliated me, crushed my spirit, and proved I am not enough. And I would tell you, rejection is not proof that you are unworthy. It is proof that you are being guided. Every no is not a wall, but a compass, steering you away from where you do not belong toward where you were always meant to be. There was once a man named Leor who lived his life chasing approval. From his youth, he believed that if enough people said yes to him, he would finally feel valuable. So he begged for opportunities, pleaded for recognition, and knocked on every door he could find. Yet again and again, those doors slammed shut. Employers rejected him. Friends betrayed him. Dreams collapsed in his hands. One night, sitting in the ruins of another lost chance, he whispered bitterly, "Why? Why must I be rejected at every turn? Why must the world deny me what I have worked so hard for? Why give me dreams only to lock me out of every door?" And in that moment of despair, he imagined a voice rising from within him. It was not soft. It was fierce, undeniable, like thunder rolling across the sky. Because rejection is not a curse, it is protection. You thought you were losing opportunities, but you were being spared from cages too small for your destiny. You thought rejection meant you were unworthy, but it meant you were too rare for the place you were trying to fit. Do you not see? Every closed door is redirection. Every no is a sign that your yes is waiting somewhere greater. Leor clenched his fists, tears in his eyes, and whispered back, "But how long must I keep being rejected? How many doors must close before I am finally allowed to walk through one? How many times must I be humiliated before I am seen?" And the voice thundered in reply, "As many times as it takes until you stop seeking validation from others and start building your own door. As many times as it takes until you understand that rejection is not your enemy, but your guide. As many times as it takes until you are strong enough to realize you were never meant to beg for space. You were meant to create it." From that night, Leor began to live differently. He no longer saw rejection as proof he was unworthy. Instead, he saw it as confirmation that he was being directed elsewhere. He whispered to himself each morning, "Do not curse the doors that close. They are steering you to the one that matters." He stopped begging for opportunities. He started creating his own. And though rejection still came, he no longer bent beneath its weight. Each denial became fuel. Each no became a lesson. Each closed door became motivation to build his own path. But life, as it always does, tested him further. Just as he built something steady, it was taken away. Just as he found new allies, betrayal cut him down again. His friends mocked, "Maybe the rejections were right. Maybe you were never meant to succeed." His rivals sneered, "Stop pretending you belong anywhere. You are not chosen." Even his family, weary of his failures, pleaded, "Stop trying before you destroy yourself completely." And though their voices pierced his soul, Leor replied, "No, every rejection has not ended me. It has guided me. If I must be rejected 1,000 times before I find the door meant for me, then so be it. I will endure every no until I reach the yes that was waiting for me all along." Years passed. Rejections piled higher than he could count. But with every setback, he built. With every closed door, he carved his own. With every betrayal, he grew sharper. And slowly, the man once pitied for his rejections became the man admired for his resilience. His name, once synonymous with failure, became a beacon of persistence. People who had once mocked him now asked, "How did you survive what should have broken you?" And he told them the truth. You think rejection means you are not good enough, but listen carefully. Rejection does not mean you are not valuable. It means the place you tried to enter was not valuable enough for you. Every time life says no, it is not closing your destiny. It is clearing your path to it. Stop weeping over closed doors. Stop begging for keys that were never meant to fit your hand. Rejection is not the end. It is redirection. Use it. By the end of his life, Leor was remembered not as the man who was rejected, but as the man who turned rejection into redirection. His scars became his wisdom. His persistence became his legacy. His story became proof that the closed doors of life are not the death of dreams, but the doorway to greater ones. And in his final days, when asked the greatest lesson of his life, he smiled and said, "The world rejected me 1,000 times, but I rose 1,001, and every rejection carried me closer to the life I was meant to live. That is why I stand." So what if I told you that your rejections are not your enemies, but your guides? What if I told you that the no you heard yesterday was not the end, but the beginning of a redirection towards something greater? What if I told you that one day, you will look back and realize every door that slammed shut was not meant to hold you? It was meant to push you into building the door you were born to walk through. And when you rise, you will whisper with pride, "Rejection did not destroy me. It directed me."